is, it is.
Were you wearing pants or a skirt?
A skirt.
Okay, there you go. That's the kind of thing, I notice it's been mentioned more and more in the past that festivals seem to be taking over tours. And I mean, for a band, like, you get to go out, play one show and play to that amount of people, whereas on a tour it takes, if you even do manage to play to that many people. Is that something that perhaps you think you're going to pursue for the near future? Like, are you going to look like, towards next year for festivals or whatever? Is it?
I mean, I prefer to do any gigs we can get, as much as possible. I think there is this thought of marketing the band, but there's also the personal side that we'd really like to play every day, preferably. That's why we're doing this. That we really like playing to people. You know?
A festival like that where you can get so many people in one short shock. Whereas on a tour you have the camaraderie and you have like like you said with the Tristania tour, maybe it wasn't the ideal tour musically, but you have a lot of good memories about it. Yeah.
I see your point, and I do think that it's probably a sensible idea to be doing festivals. But then again, for the band as a band, you learn so much more from being on a tour where you play every day.
Right. You
get so much better at what you're doing because it's every day. It's not a gig and then a month and a gig, but it's every day. So every day you get a little better and much tighter at the end of it. So and also then you have the continuity that the band is out there. You get the name bills and posters and all that place. But efficiency-wise, I think festivals, yes.
When you mentioned the fact that when you're touring, you become a very well-oiled machine. Something again based around the whole family thing that I find interesting is that every weekend when you're rehearsing, the Madder folk take the trip back to home and rehearse there.
Yeah.
Now we talked about logistics and everything. Some people might say that that's maybe
impractical.
Right. I don't want to be rude.
Well, to put it this way, if you're going to rehearse in Oslo, first of all, our rehearsal space, where we're from, it's a tiny little sort of kiosk almost. It's ours completely. There are no neighbours close enough to hear what we're doing, so we can rehearse at any time we'd like. Completely uninterrupted. We go out the door, sit down on the stairs and look at the lake. It's quiet and nice and beautiful. Whereas if you were rehearsing in Oslo, you'd pay you'd pay almost what it is to rent an apartment, and then you'd have limited time, like 3 hours every Tuesday and Thursday maybe. You have to be done by then and out by then. You'll share probably a rehearsal room with another band, so you have to pack your things and put them up again, so it's going to eat up all your time. And if you've started working on a new song and you're really getting somewhere, but then you have to leave because your time is up. And I think also to us, it takes we stop at all the gas stations, so it takes 2 hours to drive up there. But it does take a little while to drive up there, but it means that we can rehearse completely uninterrupted and take our time, no stressing, just relaxing. And when we're finished, we go back home, have dinner, watch a movie, sort of hang out socially, talk about things regarding the band or just bullshit, mostly. And I think that's sort of a bonding thing that makes, for instance, touring a lot easier. Because then you're going to be spending 24 hours a day with the same 5 people. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't done that before, you might have a few interesting surprises.
And again, it ties in with one of the original first points that we brought into the family aspect and family vibe within the band.
I think it's a good thing. It might be because there's a girl in the band, As easy as that maybe it's a sex thing, just not less like in fornication, but as in gender.
Okay. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm quite sure. I think so. No, but it might be that, but I think it's also that I think we all of us sort of see music as something that's intimate and very important, and the really big things in your life you tend to share with people who are close to you. And it works the other way as well. If you're playing with people for over a long period of time, you get close to them no matter what, because you're going to have so many experiences. And being good friends and, you know, having this bond makes quite a lot of things a lot more easy. Sort of a bit of having confidence in the people around it that they'll have your back, whether it's, you know, hitting the right note at the right time, or whether it's, if you're actually feeling bad, they're going to be there for you. And I think it makes you perform better as an artist, and gives you sort of the freedom to actually go a bit broader creatively, because nobody's going to tell you that you're an idiot for bringing up this weird idea. They're going to be willing to try out your idea and see if it's worth anything.
So you can have everybody, all 5 members of the band, on board when you try to make this music, which people just have trouble pigeonholing. Yeah. How is it if you guys have been friends and known each other for so long? You know, do you still have the kind of the arguments and the shouting matches, or is it beyond that?
If there would be any shouting matches, that would be me and my brother, probably. Okay. I mean, we're siblings. Yeah. That's just...
Is it anything like the Gallaghers or... The Oasis interview tapes? No. Okay.
No. We're generally... But most of the time, we're... Actually, the lineup we have now is really, really working really well. So we just tend to try... We try all options, for instance, for the song Get That Monster Out of Here. I think we tried, and I'm not sort of exaggerating, I think we tried 40 different versions of the verses.
40?
40, probably. And then it takes a shitload of time, because every time you have to sort of like figure out, okay, what are the drums going to do, what are the bass going to do, the guitars and the vocals. You have to figure it all out and then try it, and it's like, no, it's not quite, we'll try something new. But
this is at rehearsal stage now?
This is at rehearsal stage. Okay. Everything's very planned out before we record anything, usually. But then we just tend to end up agreeing. Don't ask me why, but we try out all the options, and then we generally see eye to eye and sort of, yeah, that's the best version. We're going to go for that.
Or one must ask the question now.